It's high noon in the desert, and this town is big enough for both of us. Oh, I'm doing old Western quotes. Welcome to the South Point Casino. Welcome in. Behind us is the sports book. The show is called Punchlines with Frank Nicotero. That's me, longtime comedian, lifelong sports fan. And today's show, well, you know, you win the U.S. Open. You obviously must have an exercise regimen. And Bryson DeChambeau shared that. So here he is learning how to celebrate. Take it away, Bryson.
Birdie putt. No, you're more hyped this time. Come on, baby. The shot's going on coverage.
He used to be a lot more yoked. Remember when he was like huge?
Yeah, he would do the longest drive.
And he was hitting like 500 yards. Yeah.
No, come on.
So he lost a little.
There's a whole line out here.
He's signing.
He's 500 hot chicks away from Tiger Woods.
Tiger was red. People forget how red. There's a dog there.
Aw.
Dog in the gym. He gets towels. I don't know.
Oh, look at that bitch.
But anyway, congratulations to Bryson DeChambeau. Oh, wait. Sorry. Blaming my cat. I forgot about that one. Oh, God.
It was really his fault this time.
Well, he put all these emotions. He did all of that stuff yesterday on Sunday in a very thrilling ending to the U.S. Open. And by the way, he was so like jovial and everything and signing. He'd stop and sign in the middle of his round. There was a kid in a wheelchair. He signed his hat and stuff. I mean, he's working on the image.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get to who is in the studio today. Ooh. You guys know Behind the Glass, the man who celebrated his first Father's Day yesterday. Yay! The producer of this show, Ryan B. McCormick. The B stands for Big Papa. How was your day yesterday, and what's on today's show menu? A new thing first time I've ever called it the show menu.
Well, yesterday's Father's Day was good. I got to celebrate with 4 generations. So my grandpa, my dad, myself, and then Aubrey. So it was 4 generations of McCormick's. We've got a picture over here.
Oh, my God. I was wondering. 4 generations.
Yeah.
And as the Godfather, I couldn't be more proud that I apparently was.
So
that's that little thing I was doing for a while, trying to. Where's we seeing the picture now?
Anne's looking for it.
Oh, okay.
It's straight screen.
4 generations of McCormick's?
Yeah, sorry. I got it. Yeah. I got you. So my brother is the one that's taller than me on the left, and then my grandpa, my dad is beneath me, and then Aubrey's.
Oh, that's outstanding.
My grandpa's lap.
So. That's the brother I met at the ballpark.
Yeah.
How'd the prom go?
I would imagine it went well.
Yeah, he asked his girlfriend to the prom at the ball game, and we did a little thing in the game, Alex and I, and he was real nervous.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, hey, is there anything you want to say? They played the game, and then I'm supposed to ask him, and he's supposed to ask her to prom. I go, is there anything you want to say? And he goes, thanks, Ryan, for saying. I'm like, I think there was he was sweating, and then he's, oh yeah, we go to prom with me. And she was on the scoreboard. It was a very nice moment.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, so coming up on the show, we're going to look at 100 episodes ago. We've got a Monday montage, Drew Dog signature.
Yep.
We've got a couple good posts with punchlines. We're going to be talking about the NBA Finals tonight.
Got a lot.
And some special stuff with our guests.
The 100 shows ago clip is particularly funny to me because it's a lot. It's you and Jerry freaking out. It's going to be a good one. I like that one a lot. In the studio, ladies and gentlemen. All right, I have hold on. It's a good intro. Sitting to my right, who's a very funny man who is also funny when he is not in the studio because he's always in the live chat. Keith Lyle is here, ladies and gentlemen. Yay, Keith. Keith, you are an avid sports fan.
Yes.
You like to gamble, so you probably have some picks for 1236.
I do. I have some picks for 1236. I do have a couple, and I'd like to, as a tribute, to our fearless leader, Chris Andrews, I'd like to put together a 3-dog roundy.
This is my first 3-dog roundy ever. Chris also said this would be if he owned a horse. This is what he would call it.
This is what he would call it. That's how he came up with it.
I asked both you and Ryan, I'm like, what's the round robin again? I had a friend in Los Angeles who used to always do these. And I just said it was in Los Angeles, so you know that means it was illegal through a bookie. So anyway, this was years ago, 20 years ago, statute of limitations. He would always do the he would do roundies, and I would be like, wait, why don't you just bet it's... But I guess there are benefits to it, and we will explain that if you're new to the show or a friend of mine or someone who watches for the entertainment and likes to be educated on some terms. We're going to educate you on how a 3-dog roundy works, which I asked both of you.
Yes.
Because I kind of knew it. Alex tried to explain it to me one day, and then I just drifted off and thought.
If Alex couldn't explain it to you, well I'll do my best.
No, she did a good job. I just didn't know if but why would I do? I just would try to hit 3, but there's benefits, and we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
It's a good idea. 3-dog roundy. And any thoughts on anything on the weekend of sports?
Oh, well, I had a very special Father's Day myself.
Okay.
I spent it with Felipe Alou's dad, Bob.
You know, this Bob Alou thing that he got me on last week. I literally, You know, I read a lot of the live comments. And by the way, hello, live chats. We have Aaron O'Connor in there, and we know Bob Zaney is listening. Bob Zaney will be here on Thursday. Can't wait for that. Jeff Parles was very happy to know that Bob was coming in. I broke the news to Jeff live on the show, and he goes, oh, God. Okay. Yeah. So anyway, that'll be fun on Thursday.
Fun.
And Aaron might come down, so there we go. So Aaron, we always appreciate everything. Minnie Dar's there saying, hey, Keith Lyle. And hey Tommy's there. Keith Lyle, let's go.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, what were you going to say about the Babalu thing? I got to read these. I got to read them before I start reading them out loud.
Don't do that. That ruins the fun. The most fun is how we can trip you up. We love you, and that's what we love.
His brother Babalu was traded for Desi Arnaz. I would like to watch that because I just go Desi. Son of
yeah, and I couldn't get it here in time, but I was going to wear a Desi Arnaz T-shirt. And I just couldn't get it in time. So now because
we'll be bringing up Matty Alou and Filippo.
Yeah, the chop busting just can't stop with me. It's
I don't
just
mind.
what the fun is.
I like it. So yeah, big weekend.
Yeah. So we had some fun. So when it comes to betting and gambling, I've been in the business for so long. Right. To me, gambling's for suckers. But sports betting, because I love sports so much, I will throw money here and there. I just realized that when you're betting on sports, you aren't betting for or against the team. You're really betting against the guy who made the line, the person who made the line. That's really what it's about.
Yes, you're looking,
that's true. And that's why I'm always looking for value, looking for this. Otherwise, it's like, well, yeah, anyone can bet the favorite, but then you get hammered every time the favorite loses because you never know what could happen. So,
did you bet anything over the weekend and win?
Let me think. I did not bet over the weekend.
Okay, you're betting tonight,
but I will. Yes. I do. We'll get to it at 12:36.
Very good. We will
stick around.
Ryan, where did you guys go yesterday for Father's Day? Was it just a home thing?
With Tiff's family, we were at their house, and then we went at
you got to do double locations.
To Grape Street in downtown Summerlin with my family. So
Grape Street?
Yeah.
Where's that?
In downtown Summerlin. They have a location in downtown Summerlin.
Oh, it's like an Italian restaurant?
Yeah.
Grape Street. I did Spaghetti Western because it's right over where I'm staying here. It's good food, a little pricey. Learning everything's a little pricey nowadays, though. I keep thinking you can get dinner for two for $20.
Well, no.
Let's go to McDonald's. You really can't. So
even if you go to McDonald's, dinner for one's $20.
I know, right? Yeah. So like three things. It's just like, it's $67. I'm like, all right. And then, okay, you know what? Then it's this. So I'm doing pickup. All right, I'm doing pickup to bring home, and she has them in, and she goes, okay, 67, and then they do this.
You're right.
With the custom tip. They already have the 18 and the 25 and the 30% up there. Then I feel like I have to do the custom, and then I throw her a tip. But I'm like, you put stuff in a bag.
Right. It's really, there's a joke about a female little person dinner for $220. Okay. And I thought that's where you were going to go with that.
No, I was just saying that everyone wants tip now.
Yes.
I mean, if you're, they did handle my food, so I'll throw you a few bucks.
Yeah.
But don't just do that. I mean, I always have. Okay, let's move on. This isn't. And sound the horn. No, here we go. Anyway, we like to have a fun look at the weekend, and we found a comedy clip. Now, here's the thing: it's very popular, Ryan, nowadays for these student athletes or even kids to do these photo shoots, like action shots, and they set up these like lights and everything, and they got the high speed camera, and then they'll throw like water on them, like a lot of swimmers do cool ones. So this Little League team did one.
Yep.
And it's a cool shot. But probably not the shot this kid dreamed of being on a baseball card someday.
Yeah.
So here we go. He's coming into home and face plants.
Scorpion.
Look at the guy holding the light has to turn and look away. And there's the reaction.
Oh, that's awesome.
That would be the best one to have.
That tops. Where's tops?
Yeah, tops. Get on that.
One of one.
Now, it's one of one. How did they make it look night, though? It was bright daylight there.
But that's the light.
Yeah, they wash it out.
Can I do that on my iPhone? Can we do one?
Yeah. If you spend time on set, you figure.
All right, watch it again. Let's see it again. Face plant. And then the funniest part is the guy turning and laughing.
Oh, man, it looks like my nephew Sam.
But the kid was safe at home, and he's doing some sort of yoga pose there, actually. Did you ever have any of those done? Were they doing those when you were playing football or anything?
Not action shots, no.
Because those are awesome.
Yeah, but I did. We did have one my either sophomore or junior year, and I held the football to my ear like a phone, a house call. That was what I.
Please tell me you have that photo for us. Somewhere.
Yeah, but I'm not a big fan of it.
Can we have it later in the week, please? No. Someone get me Tiff's number. Someone get me his mom. I have access to your mom's number.
It's actually on a poster.
Oh, we need this. Right? Okay, you know what? Next time, we're going to make a bet this week, and if you lose, you have to produce the house call photo. That's awesome. Because when I was a kid in Little League, this was every picture.
Yeah.
Just holding a bat on my shoulder.
That poster of Ryan. Can you see the smoke coming out of my ears? How much fun we could have with that? Like, oh my God.
Make it a house call. I love it. All right. You said it. We still haven't seen you singing That's Life by Frank Sinatra, or is it My Way?
It's That's Life.
Ooh. We could lay that over the photo and then split screen with him saying he got middled real hard.
Yeah, I'm thinking like if we just have a karaoke party or something, have a few drinks, have the crew over and at somewhere, and we get
you should do this.
Party,
and
we have all kinds of material.
I'm sure there's a national produce your most embarrassing photo day.
Okay.
I'm sure there has to be some at some point.
Google it. Someone Google it. This is usually where I ask for Keith to do it in the chat. Keith, look up national photo.
I have a feeling it's coming up, let's say, next week.
I think it's next Monday.
Next week.
All right. Today, though, let's talk about today. Today's June 17th, 2024. Happy 81st birthday to Barry Manilow. Barry Manilow, ladies and gentlemen.
My mama's favorite.
He's become a Vegas legend. He is my sister's favorite. She used to blast his greatest hits. What are you going to do? Oh, my God. I know the words to probably every Barry Manilow song. Brian, can you name a Barry Manilow song?
I don't think I could even point at who Barry Manilow is in a picture.
Oh, come on, Ryan. Could this be the magic of you picking a Barry Manilow song? Maybe if we were at the
write the songs.
Copacabana,
you know.
You ever have a girlfriend named
Mandy? Weekend in New England. I Can't Smile Without You.
I mean, I do recognize, but I did not know that his name was Barry Manilow.
And I'm ready to take a chance. What movie is that from? Foul Play!
Foul Play, yes.
With Goldie Hawn.
Ann and I. That movie scared me because of the albino guy.
And the snake in the beginning.
And the snake?
The snake in the beginning.
Yeah, and Burgess Meredith. That was his snake.
Yep.
Watch Foul Play, kids. It's from 1977.
Yeah, something like that.
76%. What'd you say?
Yeah, Chevy Chase. Wasn't Chevy
That's
Chase?
great. Yes, Chevy Chase and Goldie Hawn. And then they did Seems Like Old Times, which is another classic.
Yeah.
But not as good as
No, these are early HBO movies. Foul Play was scared. The albino guy scared me.
Oh, yeah.
And Burgess Meredith had the line that he knew karate. It was Burgess Meredith after Rocky.
Yeah.
He goes, if you need me, I'll be up there. I'll be upstairs in a flash kicking ass.
Yeah, that's what he said.
You remember that one?
Yes, absolutely.
All right, so Barry Manilow, happy
classic.
birthday.
Everything you guys just said.
I know.
Completely
You didn't
over
even
my
Barry
head.
Manilow's billboards all over town.
I didn't know that was his name.
Oh my God. I should just bring a walker to work.
Oh my God. When I was his
But you know,
age,
I write the songs. I write the songs that make the young,
You know,
which he didn't write, by the way.
No, but he knows That's Life.
Well, that's Sinatra, though. I mean,
But
come
still,
on. Sinatra's over Barry.
Yeah, but I mean, Copacabana was...
Copacabana, you know that. Her name was Lola. She was a showgirl. You know that.
Feathers in
Sure.
her hair.
He's
and
lying
her
to
breast
us.
under there.
I'm in the DVD.
Couldn't tell you
The Barry Manilow
any of the
DVD.
lyrics to that song.
You're in a Barry Manilow DVD?
Yeah, the one they recorded over at
The Hilton?
When it was the Hilton. Yeah, because I'm in the walk-in. But the funny thing is, my brother-in-law is watching the DVD. He goes, I think I just saw Ann.
Ann's in the Barry Manilow special. Anyway, speaking of Barry Manilow, let's move on to 100 shows ago. I love this feature because we get to look back in our vault. We've done 175. This is our 176 show. But on episode 76, comedian, I don't know if you know Carlos Alazaraki, very funny. He's on Reno 911, voiceover character.
I know
voiceover
of him.
guy.
I never met him, yeah.
He actually said Yo Quiero Taco Bell.
Oh, yeah, that's the guy.
Bottom of house. Oh, wow. Bottom of house, Taco Bell house. He's a big Niners fan. We had him on the show. We were there to talk sports about the Niners. It was playoff time. But Ryan and Jerry and Sean, all they wanted to talk about was all the cartoon voices he did. And he did them all and made Ryan a giddy little girl.
Of course.
Here we go. Carlos Alazaraki. Carlos Alazaraki's here. Carlos. Hey,
Thank you. Yeah, watch out for Nasty Nork. Apparently drives people crazy.
Now look at Ryan. Now this.
Oh my God, that's
We've
awesome.
never seen Ryan,
That
our
is so
producer,
awesome.
like this, Carlos.
Yeah.
He's been freaking out.
That was so good. Yeah, Nasty Nork is toast.
Do you have a favorite character that you voiced?
Rocco's nearest and dearest because it was always my first.
You know, he's just so sweet and likable. He's like Winnie the Pooh. He's really nice.
And then Mr. Crocker because I borrowed from the best. I borrowed from Harry Shearers, Montgomery Burns, Richard Dreyfuss, and Gene Wilder and turned into Timmy Turner Ferries because he's so out of his mind. Dismiss, mother, girlfriend.
These are like two little kids over there right now. Jerry, who you can't see on camera, is dying right now.
Oh, man.
He's burying his head in his hands. You have no idea. They wanted you to yell fair. Which,
yes.
he did it for you.
We needed the fairies for sure.
Now, to do the inverse of Barry Manilow, I knew none of those cartoons. I really didn't.
Well, the cartoons we had Mel Blanc.
We had Mel Blanc. Mel Blanc did the voice for everybody. Did Bugs Bunny.
Yeah.
Yosemite Sam. Did them all.
And then he'd be on Jack Benny's show. My name is Cy. Your name is Cy C.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He would do that. Yeah. Okay. So I didn't know any of those cartoons, but that was Ryan's youth there, and Barry Manilow was my youth. Apparently, it was because my sister blasted the records.
Well,
records were.
I will say this: if you were to meet Barry Manilow or have him sing in the room,
yeah.
You'd smile, you may be a little excited, but not the excitement that those guys had. The joy on their faces.
I'm telling you, when I go
was really special. Like there's
they were losing their minds. When I go, it was even better before the show, right? So I sent I'm like, hey, this guy Carlos Azaraki, and I said he does a lot of voices, and I come in and Ryan's like IMDbing and going, he does that. He does. What was the one you screamed? He does.
Well, he's Spyro.
Spyro, that was it. He does Spyro,
really
and they were losing their minds.
Oh yeah.
And then I'm like, oh, Carlos, can we talk about football real quick because it's a sports gambling show? But great guy, very nice guy.
Yeah.
And we'll have him on again. We'll have him on again for when San Francisco goes a long way.
Oh,
I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, it's also, I usually mention national days here. I wanted to mention, besides Barry Manilow's birthday, it's National Bring Your Cat to Work Day, but I don't have a cat.
Oh.
The only problem is I don't have a real cat.
Ooh.
But I do have a kitty named Chalk.
Oh.
There it is.
That's crazy.
There he is, Chalk or Crash.
Crazy.
Did you come up with Chalk?
Chalk.
You came up Chalk. He likes Crash.
I like the
them both.
K.
Chalk. Well, yeah, the K sounds as enter. All right. So anyway, it's time for That's Crazy. We don't do it with just Alex. Oh, I'm sorry. We have now. Wait a second. Is it Strudel Day or Root Beer Day? What else do we have here?
It is National Root Beer Day. It is also National Apple Strudel Day.
Apple Strudel Day. So again, you know what? We do have to make this a regular feature.
It's also National Mascot Day.
And so there you go.
Oh, wow.
Now, you know what I realized? Did Caden make this one or did you make this one?
Caden made
Okay.
it. Yeah.
I want to do these. We're going to do these daily.
I
Forget
made
it.
But Caden
They're fun because it only takes
gave it the prompt.
Is Caden over here?
Yeah.
Oh, he's here.
Oh, there he is.
Caden, good job. I love doing them every day. You combine them all. No other show. You're not going to get that on any other show, ladies and gentlemen. But I want to point out that the cat on the right is also my accountant. So go ahead, show him. He's known for his root beer. And if that's A&W root beer, we could have done this on a day Alex is here. But
Shelly Katstein does my accounting.
Yeah. But he's always well dressed. He's got the teardrop and the tie. And then who's the guy on the left? That's just a crazy cat. What's on his head? Is
looks
that a
like
hat?
more like Taz.
Yeah, that's a hat.
Yeah, it looks like a chef.
He's a mascot.
But his
Thing.
beard looks like marshmallows.
Yeah.
No, it looks like Buns from Texas Roadhouse.
Looks like he's been
Can you
looking
go
for
back to
love
that
in all
real
the wrong
quick? The bun,
places.
yeah. It looks like you could just pick off like one of those and just, dip it in that cinnamon butter.
I wonder where he got that apple.
Teeth are pretty creepy too.
It's not right. Well, anyway, we have fun with AI, and we're going to continue doing that because I love doing it. All right. So National Bring Your Cat to Work Day. So we're doing That's Crazy. Keith, you have something that you found that's crazy.
Yes. Was this the first one or the second one? I don't know which one. I gave you two of them.
The video.
Oh, the video. Okay. So if you're at a baseball game,
yes,
and you see like a fighter jet flying over the baseball game,
right.
What would you think? I know what I would think, especially if I was in like say Baltimore.
Depends on the city. Okay, Baltimore,
Yeah.
I'd be a little worried.
You're a little close to DC.
Close to DC.
And the jet's flying over
flight.
you. Blah 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 blah. Well, that's what happened in Baltimore.
Here we
They're
go.
playing the Phillies, and we have a timeout.
Fighter jet timeout. The pitch clock. But by the way, here's the thing. So it's not like the jet just did a flyover. It came back and then started doing nose. Did we ever figure out what was going on here?
It was just, I don't know if he was just busting chops or like, hey, look what I found. I know they used to do, now, if you're a Cubs fan, you know that they used to do they'd have a whole air show right outside Wrigley Field, usually during a Cubs game once a year. But yeah, look at,
But
this
see,
would be scary to
when
me.
he's
It's
doing that,
diving
when he's doing that, I'd be like, okay, let's head to the
Take cover.
concourse. Yeah, take cover.
Or
Or it's like that Sky King guy, the guy who stole the plane. You ever see that video?
Oh my God, yeah.
The airplane, the guy who repaired planes and stuff, and he just took a plane and
That's
said,
insane.
Yeah, right. He was wasn't well. All right, that is crazy. Did you have two, or was that?
That was the one. I had another one. It was about the golf and what happened, but we kind of discussed, Rory giving up the whole up two strokes, and like that was crazy. He's up 2 strokes. He has 4. He ends up bogeying like 4 of the last 5 holes.
Yeah, and
then DeChambeau comes through. It's a wild first shot on 18. Gets the second shot in. I mean, it was just an amazing final round, the whole thing. And to watch that was like, that's crazy what happened. You'll never see anything like this.
And he's had all that off the field, off the
course.
links, off the course. That's the word.
Yes.
Drama going on. Probably really wanted that one. Hadn't won a major in 10 years.
Yes.
And kind of choked on that. On just under 4
And one guy's likable, and one guy not so much.
Yeah.
You know, the whole thing. And
well, I used to hate Bryson DeChambeau, but now I like him.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Much more now.
All right, Ryan, do you have a That's Crazy for today?
Yeah, my That's Crazy looks at the Men's College World Series over the weekend. So on Friday, North Carolina walked it off against Virginia with a walk-off single. Then later in the day,
nice.
Tennessee walked it off against Florida State with a walk-off single. The first time that the first 2 games of the Men's College World Series had been a walk-off. And then the next day, Saturday, the first game, NC State goes to extra innings against Kentucky. Kentucky then hits a walk-off homer. So the first 3 games of the Men's College World Series were all walk-offs. Wow. And then the 4th game was a 1-run lead for Texas A&M going into the top of the 9th. And Florida has a runner on first. Guy hits a fly ball to right field that will be a home run.
Yeah.
The right fielder robs it.
Yep.
So game-saving home run robbery in the 4th game of the Men's College World Series. So we had 3 walk-offs and a game-saving
it has been amazing.
robbery in the first 4 games, and then yesterday, Carolina.
And we need to spread the word about college baseball because it has been a really exciting series so far. I've been watching a lot of it in the background, whatever I'm doing. We'll get to that in posts. But I know Alex had that tip from her dad to take Florida State, the big underdog, against the overall number 1 Tennessee. And it looked good.
Yeah.
Well, they were up by 2
I think they were up by 4.
Maybe 4 at one point. Yeah. So I was thinking, Alex's bonus pick is looking pretty good. And then that happened.
Yeah, Tennessee scored 4 runs in the bottom of the 9th.
Unbelievable.
To win it. Yeah. And they also had a strike 3 call, a check swing strike 3 call that he swung.
Yep.
But they called it a no swing, and then they ended up walking it off. So.
There was some guy that proposed that any check swing from now on in baseball.
Reviewable?
No, it should just be a strike.
Oh.
To make it easier on the. I know. He was just like, any check swing.
That's not how it works.
Will be called a strike. And I'm like, he's like, it'll speed up the game. I'm like, yeah, but it's just natural reflex to sometimes start your swing and check it.
We had some fun at the ballpark this past weekend.
Oh, really?
On Saturday, probably in the 5th inning. It's been some questionable calls kind of all series.
Right.
But Fran Reardon, the manager of the Aviators, ended up getting tossed, arguing a check swing in the 5th inning.
Can't argue balls and strikes, immediate ejection, right?
Yeah.
And that was the Oat Milkers night.
Yeah.
Who won the game? Oh, they won.
No, they got.
They got
milked.
Well, wait, wait, did they win yesterday?
They did.
They got creamed. All right. They won yesterday because I got an alert that I get a free car wash.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Keith is watching the show that he's on. He's watching it on his phone.
I got a whole thing going.
All right, so it's time for my That's Crazy, right? We're gonna shift to NBA because I know a lot of people want to talk NBA. Dallas looked like the team we expected to see game 1, and history will be made in this series. It could end tonight, but no. Oh, go ahead. Back to that. What happened?
I don't know what happened.
The image disappeared.
Oh.
But yeah, so
Yeah.
no team in a series has won after going
Has
down.
ever come down being down 3-love, right?
Yeah, and then no team in NBA history has ever won a series after losing by 38 plus in a finals game. And so with the Mavericks winning game 4 by 38, history will be made.
I like how
tonight or
I like how Tom Haberstroh
Thursday or Sunday
ended that. History will be made. I don't know. I mean, I'm excited. I'll watch a game tonight. We're going to talk about it in a second, but I mean, Boston gave up. I mean, at that point, they're like, just rest everybody.
Yeah, no, they benched their starters with 3 minutes left in the third quarter.
They're just like, all right, we lost this, and we can go back home and clinch it. Is what they're thinking.
We got to give them one. It's a gentleman's sweep, as you say.
No, not as Alex. Had you heard that before Alex used it? Yeah. I had never used it, and I was out Saturday night or Friday night. I Google it, and I sent it to these guys, to Ryan and Alex, and it said on the Google or the Siri thing that it's only NBA, but it's not.
Yeah, the Google AI
just said NBA.
Takes the results that it finds and makes something, and so the most recent thing being the NBA
Yeah,
Finals.
right, that
being
made it,
3-0,
right.
So that made it assume that it was NBA specifically, but it's really all sports.
But I've been watching sports for 50 years. I've never heard of Had you ever heard of that?
I'd heard of it. I think you may have heard of it, but you didn't. It escaped you because it's like,
Yeah,
because I'm not a gentleman. No, I don't know. Gentleman sweep. It lets you win one game. So we'll find out if Boston can do tonight. What do we have? The lines? 6 points.
Yeah, 6.5 here.
6.5 and 210 is the over/under.
210
All the
over-under,
games have gone under. So why don't we talk a little bit about the NBA right now?
The game tonight.
Since the finals game is tonight. And is this the area code thing here? Or the date, I mean.
Well, one in the same.
One in the same, yeah.
So today's date is 6/17.
Written in code.
Boston's area code, so written in code, is 617. And so with it being possibly banner number 18 for the Celtics won their last title. Today's date, 16 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Today's date is 617. Boston's area code is 617. So is it all part of the plan?
It's pretty wild. And my 617th favorite movie of all time is The Town, which took place in Boston. Ben Affleck.
Wow. Mine's Jurassic Park 3.
It's way down on the list. That's way up on Ryan's.
That's
list.
actually how many times I've watched it.
He's seen it 617 times. Boom, boom. There we go. Yeah, it's crazy how it works out. Lucky the Irish. I don't know. I want to see the series keep going. I want the NBA to go till July. I want to see the 4th of July game. No, I'm rooting for Dallas. I have a futures bet. I got because Steph Curry picked it.
Yeah.
Damn dog.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know. So, well, no. We'll watch it tonight. Although it kind of goes against, it's opposite something I want to really watch, but we'll get to that in case. Anything else on the NBA or anything else? Yeah.
So we've got 2 more graphics on it. But
okay, good.
The big network, ESPN, had showed some highlights of Game 4 as well as the games in Boston. Everybody's seen that Luka is getting blown by very often through games 1 and 3. And in Game 4, it seemed like he kind of stepped up his defensive effort, whether it be letting the guy go, but covering the guy that was then left open, and creating a lot more turnovers for the Mavericks. And so now looking at a stat is there have been 580 instances in NBA history where a team entered a playoff game having been outscored by 30-plus points in the series. Of those 580, 579 still had a negative point differential in the series after Game 4 or whatever game that they were down 30 plus.
Okay.
And since the Mavericks outscored the Celtics by 38, being down 32, they now lead this series by 6 total points.
It's mind-boggling.
So that's why I titled it, if only the series was determined by total points.
And I want to point out that Alex pointed out to me that this monitor down here is a good place to read like the graphics easier and sharper for me. And then I just noticed that it's not on today.
There's a monitor down there?
There is. There was one. There was one here for a while, but I broke that. I didn't like that one.
That was the one that.
But no, it's like really crisp down there. But anyway, I could kind of read that. That's so if Boston sweeps them tonight, beats them by 3 or 4,
then the Mavericks are still up in the series by total points. Yeah.
Because you know what? That's a big stat in baseball. If you look at the standings in baseball, run differential's huge, right? Usually your top teams are in green, bad teams are in red. And that's a really good stat to look at. But like the Pirates are really under, but I know the Cubs are too, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're still like, and we're all in second place behind the Brewers right now in that division. It's weird.
Well, don't they do that in like in like British soccer or something? There's an aggregate of some kind of something or other.
When I watched that Wrexham show, Welcome to Red, they're like, we got to win. We got to win by 2 goals. That was a terrible accent.
It's too much math. I don't want to do that much math.
Just
you win, you win, you lose, you lose.
And what else do you have on the NBA Finals?
Well, just to go along with that point, so with Edmonton beating the crap out of Florida in Game 4,
right, 8-1, right.
They're now up in that series.
That's weird.
But they were both the Mavericks and the Oilers were down 3-0. So in my mind, it's more just not to put a tinfoil hat on,
right?
But it makes the series seem much more even in the grand scheme of things for the league to be able to say, hey, well, it was pretty even.
You know what we need? We need a tinfoil hat here to occasionally throw on. Either you or me for conspiracies.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like it.
Arts and crafts. Who could do that?
Oh.
Not me. I'm bad at arts and crafts.
Yeah, me too.
That sounds like something Sean could do.
I feel like Sean would be good at that.
Yeah, he could steal the tinfoil.
Yeah, he cooks a lot. Yeah, he's creepy. He's got his cat burglar outfit.
Yeah.
Sean, if you're watching, we need a tinfoil hat.
Yeah, or give Jerry something to do in the basement when he's not busy.
Yeah, Jerry hasn't chimed in. Where are you, Jerry?
He has.
Has he?
Yeah.
mine always freezes a little bit, so I got to like hit the refresh button, and then other windows pop up that I don't want to see.
So the last thing on this series, before we eventually talk about it in a few minutes.
Yeah.
So Jason Tatum on Friday night had a negative 33 point plus minus while he was on the floor.
While he was on the court.
He is the only player in NBA history to have a plus minus of 30 or worse in multiple games in the finals.
And he could be MVP. Probably not.
The favorite is Jaylen
Brown.
Yeah.
But what if he has like an awesome game tonight and scores like 50, and they're like, oh, we got to give it to him. He's kind of the captain of the team.
Yeah.
And that stat plays out. That's weird. No losing MVP since Jerry West. Jerry West won the MVP when the Celtics beat the Lakers. People are saying, well, maybe Luka could, but I think I don't think that's going to happen.
No.
There is a Super Bowl MVP, and it's a trivia question. His name's Chuck something. It was for the Dallas Cowboys. There is one MVP in the Super Bowl who was on a losing team. It was Dallas versus the Colts. Jim O'Brien hit the game-winning field goal. The guy is from Youngstown, Ohio, and I want to say his name is Chuck. Damn it. Hey, Siri, who's the only Super Bowl MVP on a losing team? Chuck Howley.
Oh, yeah, everyone knows Chuck Howley.
Yeah, he was on Dallas. I should be on a winning team. I don't care how good you've been.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there you go. NBA players come down to the South Point, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a good time to watch the games down here. You can bet the game minus 6.5 or 6 right now?
6.5.
6.5. 210's the over-under. All these games have gone under. I don't know what to make of that. Ryan, you've been following the over-unders a lot because I know, but is this game going to finish over-under? Do you have any lean either way?
No, this series has kind of thrown me off.
I know, right? Because they were 214, I think, to start.
Yeah, to start the series, in Boston, Dallas was looking to be more prolific on offense, but no one could hit a shot being in Boston. That crowd just got to Kyrie. I mean, he hasn't had, in games 1 and 2, he didn't have over 20 points, so he wasn't contributing. Luka was their whole offense in game 1 and 2. And then everybody was thinking that going back to Dallas, that we'd see much more offense.
Yeah, and didn't happen.
The Celtics didn't make their shots. And then
the NBA game is going to be very exciting. We got picks in about 5 minutes, so I figured it'd be a good time to show the Monday montage. It'll take us right to 12:36. Andrew Drew Dog is a little under the weather. He is not here today. Is that correct, Dan?
That's correct.
But this is what a trooper he is. He still did the Monday montage. No matter how bad he felt, we never see this till we see it. And it's Andrew Drew Dog's Monday montage with 4 Gs. Greg Vaughn gave him the 4th G. Will he get a 5th G? We can't keep adding Gs. Let's keep him at 4 Gs for a while.
Yeah.
5 Gs is when you get all the problems.
Right. Greg gave him one of his Gs.
Yeah, exactly. All right, here's the Monday montage. All right, we're going to throw this. I got it. The sister-in-law caught this. Ann has not opened this. There are rubber bands on it, so I'm unfurling this. Ann has not looked to see what the shirt is, so we're doing this live on the show. I'm opening it up, and it says Mazda.
Portland Park.
All right, hold on. What's this say? Better at the ballpark.
That's not bad.
Rookie, and he just kept talking the whole goddamn time. I'm up at the plate, and you're ready to hit.
Yeah, right.
And the pitch is the ball, and then he goes, "Oh, we got to have that." And then he goes, "Hey, a strike is a strike." I said, "Man, shut the up," because you know. I'm just saying the burn was bad.
No! If I pulled my pants down right now,
time for me to go.
And it's also National Call Your Doctor Day, so let's call my doctor right now. Okay. What's that? Hey, what's up, doc? It's Frank. Yep. Well, I would have thought you would have bought me dinner before doing that. Okay, there you go. I don't know what we're doing. Anyway, call your doctor.
The original Jurassic Park came out 31 years ago.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's Michelle Rostaman Everett doing John Travolta.
Frankie, baby. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. It's the Caps, Frank. Like early Travolta, though.
It was early Travolta.
Travolta, like pre-Pulp Fiction. Yeah. Oh, my God.
There you go.
See, oh, my God. We're going to be backing the Pittsburgh Pirates
tonight.
No,
you can't take that one.
Wouldn't you want it to win, though?
Yeah. That was his pick.
We can share the same pick. I'll come up with
go
another
ahead.
one.
Go ahead. We usually open with some funny clip. I don't know what I'm about to see, so just roll it. They didn't tell me.
Brian McCormick's getting you hard and ready for punchlines here today. Alex will be there. Frank Nicotero will be there. And now joining us, our guy, Danny Burke.
Hey, yo! What did he say?
Alex White gave me Mike Adams as a Who Dey.
No, that was Ryan. Ryan did that. I don't even know how to make graphics.
What's that?
I don't know how to make graphics. How could I do that?
I know.
Pacific Life has the opportunity to do the funniest thing possible.
What is that?
The Pac-12.
Slow clap into the big clap. That's good. Big 12 donuts. Big 12 Dunkin'. Dunkin' Big 12.
Dunkin' 12?
Dunkin' 12 ain't bad.
That's not bad for hoops.
Yeah.
But would it be 12 or would they be a dozen?
Very good,
It takes
Ryan.
a village.
The Dunkin'
See
dozen.
that? And what? Sean just went like this.
That was really
Did
good.
you see that?
I don't know.
Sean doesn't even have a camera on him.
I
Jeff
don't buy
Carl said he's on the board. Show the camera, ladies.
All right, go for it. I don't buy it. I think I would have.
At what time?
What was the timing?
The Dennis Bono show. He said, "Hey, can I come in?"
Oh,
Thursday
yeah, I
morning?"
know what
I
I-
said,
yeah.
Bob, you have an open door anytime you want to come in. And I realized it was also another Carl's day. So another Carl's day. He said, "You look like who?"
Champ from Anchorman.
Whammy, that guy? He was bald. All right.
He was bald.
Keith, did he say the F word? You were at home watching because I heard that it sounded more like.
He could have said fun.
Okay.
He could have said fun. He said he didn't say it, and I saw it was bothering him. So I'm going to say that he said fun. I don't want him to be bothered.
Is he on the
board?
board? I think Caden wiped his name off.
All right.
Not.
It's on. Parles, you're not on the board. By the way, the Big 12, I had mentioned they should call it the 7-Eleven Big 12 on the
That's
show.
a good one.
Then I was watching PTI later that day.
2 hours later.
What's that?
Like 2 hours, 3 hours later.
2 hours later, Mike Wilbon goes, one of our producers, Andy or Sean or something said, maybe they should call it the 7-Eleven Big 12.
Oh, boy.
Are you watching? Is Andy or whoever the producer is for PTI? Hey, put us on the show. Come on our show.
Is his last name, what, Wilson?
Wilbon.
No.
Oh.
The comedian that...
Greg Wilson.
Greg
The guy
Wilson.
stole my bet.
Yeah. is
No,
it Greg
I don't
Wilson?
know. Maybe great minds think alike, but the fact that I heard it 2 hours later, I spit up my my lunch as I was like, whoa, that was our joke. But maybe it's an obvious joke. I don't know. Hey, it's 12:36. Let's do it. Picks at 12:36, and we're getting it in.
We're getting it in.
Oh, Jesus. And I made the montage for next week.
Line picks at 12:36.
All right, it's 12:37 now, but we started it at 12:36.
It's my fault.
Keith, you are our guest today.
Thank
we
you.
let you go first. So what are you looking at today for picks at 12:36?
Well, I'm looking up and down the baseball docket. Like I say, I always look for value.
Yes.
I saw that the Rangers were only minus 120 against the Mets, and of course, anything against the Mets, if you could get something below minus 150, that's fantastic. The Rangers have Gray going today. He's had a good last 3 starts. He's looking good. And it's the Mets. So, like I said, minus 120, I'll take the Rangers, defending champs.
Now, before we move on, let's just discuss the Mets real quick. And Jeff Parles, who we just talked about, is a big Mets fan.
Yeah.
Ryan Grimace, what is it now? Is it 5-0?
Grimace, yes. The Mets, since Grimace threw the first pitch
Since
on
Grimace
Wednesday,
threw the first pitch out at
5-0.
MetLife Stadium, they're 5-0. So yesterday when the Mets won, Jeff Parles sent Ryan and I this like meme or whatever
meme
of Grimace like
at
floating
the
up to heaven.
Holy
Like,
Gates.
Grimace has been the cure to the Mets' problems, but no more, says Keith Lyle.
No more. It's going to get hamburglared right out.
Very nice. All right, so take the Texas Rangers. Right now they're around minus 135 or so. Is that what you said?
Well, it was 120 on the morning line, and
Could
it
be
may have
changing.
jumped since they just heard it. So
And John Gray's pitching for Texas, so I always
Gray
like him pitching.
Yeah, he's good.
All right, so Ryan McCormick. B is for Big Papa.
No, nothing for picks at 12:36. More
Okay.
just looking at our 3-dog roundy.
Okay, we'll get to that in a second. All right, this will be a big shocker to everyone. It's a Monday. The Pittsburgh Pirates are playing today.
They are.
They haven't played on Monday in a couple weeks, which really throws off my Monday, right? Because I like to come home, I like to eat lunch, I like to watch a game, work on the show with Ryan, and then they have been off. But anyway, they're playing today, and it's a Paul Skeens day. Now, what the cheap owner of the Pirates did was skipped Skeens' start. He was scheduled on Sunday,
right?
But that's a road game in Colorado.
Oh.
So Bob Nutting says, well, you know what? I'd rather pitch him at home so we can get that big gate walk up. So that's what they did. They went with a bullpen game again. Third bullpen game in 8 games for the Pirates. That's pathetic. Believe they're 3-0 in all those bullpen games. They won them all, which is insane. So now we can't be like, well, this is stupid. Josh Fleming started through 4+ good innings, shutout innings yesterday. So we took the extra day. We have Paul Skeens going tonight. I've seen the line anywhere from 180 to 190. Currently, I see 185-ish. Is that what you're seeing?
170 here. It's
170. Oh, my God. I am running to the window after the game. I am taking the Pittsburgh Pirates. It's Paul Skeens until he loses. And Sean, who is off today, is always trying to jinx me on the Skeens. He's like, oh, first loss is coming tonight. First loss is coming tonight against the Dodgers. Nope, it didn't. Paul Skeens tonight, I probably will bet his over strikeouts, which I'm sure is probably 7.5 again. It's always 7.5. Jared Jones and he both with large numbers. I'm going Paul Skeens. I'm going the Pirates. Lay the chalk. We had Chalk the Cat on the show. Take the Pirates, and we'll get to the roundy later. Or we got to do the roundy now, I guess, right?
Sure.
Okay. Let's do the roundy. So explain what you want to do here.
Okay.
And Chris Andrews will be very happy about this.
Okay, so a 3-dog roundy. So the dog part is the underdog,
right?
And the 3 is you take 3 of them, and the roundy means round robin. So you're betting all 3 of them in 2-team parlays. So all 3 of them in 2-team parlays, and you're taking them all in a 3-teamer.
Right. So if they go 3-0, boom,
you're gold. I mean, like you're over the top.
Right.
If you get 2 out of 3, you're definitely ahead.
Yeah.
If you get
making a profit.
If you get 1 out of 3, you get some of your money back, depending on which dogs cover, which dogs win. So it's 4 bets.
It's always an underdog.
It's always
3-dog
That's
roundy.
the dog part, right?
Okay.
What you'll see a lot of is it's almost like it's kind of your boxing thing. So you'll see like some people do like four of them and keep not 2-team them, but do 3 and 4-team them. There's
Alex White likes to do the roundies. She likes the
many
roundies.
different ways to go about it. But if you feel confident in all your picks, you catch it now.
Okay, we're going to try to catch one. So thank you for explaining that, Keith. We love when you explain some gambling terms. So does Chris Andrews, and I appreciate acting like I knew what you were talking about, but I do now.
Well,
No,
I'm going to say
I did.
You knew, you just didn't want to explain it.
Exactly. Ding, ding, ding for Keith Lyle. That's why we have him here on Monday today. So who do you have in the 3-dog roundy?
Well, in the 3-dog roundy that getting to Paul Skeens, I would like to take the Pirates on the run line.
There you go.
They may be, I think I saw him at plus 115.
115 or so, right?
Yeah. So, it's Skeens. It's your boy.
It is.
I'll stick with it, and we'll take the 115 and hope he wins by 2. And the bullpen is still able to cover the last 3 innings.
Okay. Hopefully Skeens can go 6 or 7 this time. Ryan, what do you got?
I'm going to take a big plus price.
Oh, big.
The Dodgers are losing their their leadoff hitter in Mookie Betts with a fractured left hand.
Yeah.
So I am going to take the Colorado Rockies on the money line with Cal Quantrill on the mound. He's got a 3.2 ERA. They've won his last 2 starts, both on the road. So I will be taking the Rockies money line hosting the Dodgers.
That was my second pick, actually, I ever written down.
Yeah, I looked at it. Boy, that Mookie, they don't even know how long. Can he be back for the postseason?
Surgery.
Yeah, I mean, that came in on him. And as soon as it hit, the announcers were like, oh, no. He is the catalyst for that team.
It's a Hall of Fame.
Top of the lineup. He's like probably the fan favorite besides Ohtani. They haven't put a timeline on it.
Not as of yet.
But a broken hand. So what is it? It's June, middle of June, July, August. I mean, you want him back for the postseason. It's 3 months, 3.5 months. Can he be back?
It's at least 2.
It has to be. But then you got to get your timing back. You got to rehab. That's a big loss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if he does come back, he'll probably end up coming back right towards the end of at least the minor league season, so he won't get much rehab time.
That's a good point.
And so he'll be coming back real cold.
Never thought of that, and he'd have to jump right into the big leagues for rehab, which is never good. This is unfortunate for the Dodger fans. I like Mookie, so I'm a Mookie fan. Am I against the evil empire winning? Yes. Even though I'm a Dodger fan, it's too much money. This will now make the Dodgers go out and get Luis Robert. This will make them go out and get somebody, and it's going to be unfair because they're going to be stacked for the postseason even more. I know that's going to happen because that's what the Dodgers do, and they always have a good minor league system. All right.
That's what the Yankees used to do.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, it's the same thing.
There you go. All right, and to round out the triple dog roundy, I took the Giants going against your Cubs. Now, one of the reasons I also took him is Jordan Hicks. You've been on Jordan Hicks a couple times.
Yeah.
This is the former St. Louis reliever, can throw it 100. He left St. Louis after struggling. The Giants said, you're going to be a starter, and he's had a really nice season for him.
Yep.
So, and plus, I want the Pirates to be higher than the Cubs.
The Cubs
Hicks is
can't hit right now.
What's that?
The Cubbies can't hit right now.
They can't hit.
They just lost They lost that series against those Cardinals. Javier Assad is on the mound for the Cubbies today.
Yeah.
But in the series against the Cardinals had scored 6 total runs in the 3 games and still won the series.
Unbelievable. Yeah, and that's one of the best rivalries in baseball. I really enjoy watching them play if my team's out of it, but my team's in it. So I'm rooting for whatever team has the worst record. St. Louis, again, has somehow found themselves atop of those 4 teams, or top of the Pirates and Reds at St. Louis. They're always there, except for last year. But I hate the Cardinals more than the Cubs. But I'm going to go with the Giants.
Okay.
In Wrigley. And my first game I ever went to Wrigley Field was a Giants-Cubs game, and that's where I almost got a Barry Bonds. It was in my hands, and a guy knocked it out. Bonds hit 2, Matt Williams hit 2. The wind was blown out.
Oh.
And the wind was blowing as I went to that gig that night because there was a tornado.
Right.
Drove through it, got there, and they're like, you're not booked here.
Right. Northern Illinois. You drove all the way up to DeKalb.
Yep, exactly. All right, real quick. We should go to post. Let's go to post. Do you want to sound the horn?
I would love to.
Do it.
And if you would be so kind as to sound the horn.
Sound the horn in. All right, it's time for Post with Punchlines, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm going to get these Monday headlines out, too. We might as well include them in Post.
Yeah.
Let's see real quick. Ryan, I'm going to read yours first.
That's not how that works, but okay.
How is it? I can do it within Post.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because Post will take us to the end.
No, I know. We could have done
San Antonio Brahmas and Wade Phillips win the UFL championship. Final score, 25-0.
They got shut out.
True Wade Phillips fashion.
And I truly was like, I'm going to try and watch a minute of this game. Couldn't do it.
No.
Did you watch any of it?
I watched about 5 minutes when it was 0-0.
Right.
I walked back inside and it was 22-0.
Yeah.
I was like,
Look, the Stallions have been a superior team the whole time.
Wade,
All right.
Wade Phillips is still cursed by having coached the Cowboys. He's just not going to win the big game.
Not going to happen.
No.
I wrote a Major League Baseball cycle will happen, and it'll be Connor Joe or Brian Reynolds in the thin air of Colorado. First game, Brian Reynolds led off with a homer. I was like, okay, here it happens. And then it didn't happen.
Nothing.
All right, Alex, who has 2. What's that?
there was a cycle in the College World Series.
I saw that.
on Friday for Tennessee.
Second one ever.
Something
All right,
like
so
that.
Alex White has already won 2 of these,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
We actually,
We gave her the one, right? What she had Bryson DeChambeau wins the U.S. Open.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
Come on, I just got chills.
If you want to run number 8 with it.
Can you believe that?
Unbelievable.
Alex White. Alex, congratulations. There it is. What a celebration.
She is amazing.
That's exactly what Alex was probably doing at home. By the way, that shirt's moiraying. Did that bother you too, Ann? That would bother me. Like who let him wear that? That pattern. HD's not supposed to do that. Anyway.
No.
I'm putting it in the slot here. She's done it again. That's why she's our sports betting analyst. Oh, God. She'll be back Wednesday and Friday. Thursday, we have
Bob Zaney.
And Bob Zaney.
Bob Zaney, yes. Bob Zaney and Jeff Pearls. Tomorrow's Matt Neverett. All right, let's do posts. Ryan, you want to kick it off?
You didn't read yours.
I did. No, I said someone would get a cycle.
Oh.
Ryan wrote Red Panda.
Jeff didn't do one?
No, that was mine.
Panda.
Oh, I don't see one from Jeff in here. Major League Cycle. No, I don't. This is just our 2 garbage ones.
Okay. Why are they still in the bucket?
No, that's San Antonio. Oh, did he write it on his Big 12 press thing? No, empty.
Oh.
He just shoved a piece of paper with his Big 12 preseason. This is who he thinks is going to be. Yeah.
Okay.
It's Kansas winning the Big 12. He'll get to that. And then there's just cash in here for the first person to hit a cycle. But Alex White, again, damn it. Good. I'm glad.
Unbelievable.
She makes us
She's
look good.
amazing.
Way to go. All right. So first post. What do we got? Baseball.
First post, we'll do 2 things looking at the Men's College World Series. The first one has to do with the Kentucky Wildcats and a little text from Pete Rose.
I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, Mr. Glenn's got something for you.
So after you did your Pete Rose slide the other night,
Sir?
I texted Pete.
No way.
Yeah, so I got your picture there. I said, Pete.
Yeah, who's the guy who knows Pete Rose? Do we know?
Pete Rose invitation. Pretty good.
A bookie of some
I was going to say, that's the guy booking his bets.
So he texted back to you.
Oh, that's awesome.
It says, tell him to keep having fun. However, the way the only way to have fun is to win.
Yes, sir.
Typical Pete. Everybody's in a better mood when you win, and you can't win every game, but you should.
That's
want
awesome.
To. You got to field, hit, be a good base runner. Don't care who you are, 3 for 10, and you're having a good day. Play good defense and have fun. He said, I made 10,000 out, so don't worry about it. But
I love that.
Especially sent to you.
Well, tell him I said thank you.
I already did.
I already did.
I appreciate it, and I'll make sure he does it.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, and I got $5,000 on you boys, so I'll ruin it.
And by the way, when they shut the camera off, the Kentucky guy,
Thank you for that.
Kentucky guy's like, "Who's Pete Rose?"
Yeah.
And then he goes, "Who's Barry Manilow?"
Yeah,
it was
Barry
weird.
Manilow.
It was weird because that guy was like, "Oh, by the way, do you know it's Barry Manilow's birthday on Monday? He's going to be 81 years old."
81.
So, 81. Pete Rose is about 81 years old too.
Oh, he is.
But anyway, that's great. That was really cool. And that slide was awesome. I'm rooting for Kentucky. I can always root for Kentucky. I had friends that went to college there. I've done shows down there. Go Wildcats. They're one of the better teams.
Yeah. They are actually the higher seed on their side of the bracket.
Yeah, I never see myself being rooting for Tennessee in anything. I don't hate Tennessee, but
they were your pick.
Because I just said it was chalk. I just said it because Jeff put me on the spot. They were the only team I could think of in the World Series at the time. And I didn't want to say North Carolina because I knew you would.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I said Tennessee. I was about to say LSU. Aren't even in it because that was last year. Paul Skeens, Livy Dunn, boom. All right, so what do you got next?
So we'll take a look at the remaining bracket. Today's game, right now, it looks like NC State is up on Florida. So that game is going on right now. The winner of that game advances. The loser is eliminated. The winner of the game will advance to play the loser of Kentucky versus A&M later today. So that game will end up being tomorrow. The late game tomorrow. Early game tomorrow is going to be North Carolina versus Florida State, as Carolina lost to
Game
Tennessee.
7.
Yeah, so
Whatever they do.
Tennessee is the only, the first team remaining in that winner's bracket. So yeah, there's a look at.
Yeah, it's been exciting baseball. We talked about it earlier in the show. All the walk-offs, the cycle. It's good stuff, man. I especially there was a team in there I cared about. UCLA is usually in there. I usually root for UCLA. Last year I was rooting for Paul Skeens or Dylan Cruz because I'm like the Pirates are going to draft one of these guys.
Yeah.
By the way, what was the Texas A&M fan? Did you see that guy yelling, getting kicked out?
Oh yeah, in the Florida dugout.
Yeah,
right on the side of the dugout.
What was he yelling about? Did we ever find out?
He was yelling about the coach.
Yeah.
And that he did something.
There's a little fire in those fans. Maybe look out for Texas A&M to win it. Watch this. Is this in the Monday montage next week because they won? Okay.
No.
Anyway,
just cursed him.
Yeah.
A&M does have
to
that
have Alex say it in order for it to happen. I'm still flabbergasted. That
she's
she did
amazing,
that
man.
on
That's
Friday.
3 in a row.
It wasn't. Oh my God.
It wasn't. I mean, it was 3 days left to play still.
Wow.
Alex White. What were you going to say, Ryan?
The A&M does have that fun tradition of chanting how many balls in
Love
a row
it.
a pitcher's thrown.
We've used that on the show, I think, haven't we?
Not an actual clip, no.
We showed Pete Alonso hit a homer.
Mm-hmm.
Red Panda caught cups, and then we showed that.
Yeah.
Thank you. But yeah, it's a great tradition.
Yeah.
I love it. The 12th Man, they're called, right? The 12th Man?
Yeah.
There was a series of books at the library when I was in middle school, all about college teams. Touchdown Notre Dame, and there was the 12th Man. And I read them all.
It's more your football.
And they were like for kids, but I read them all. And I just remember the 12th Man. I knew that's how I knew. Anyway, great story, isn't it? All right, next up.
Okay, so going from college baseball to Major League Baseball, something out, we talked about the flyover at Camden Yards this past weekend. So something else that was outside of Camden Yards was Rick Dempsey.
Rick Dempsey, who I watched play as a kid.
Oh, this guy.
Flipping somebody WWE style, breaking a table like Bill's Mafia.
Now, Rick Dempsey's got to be in his mid-70s. I watched him play in the 79 World Series against the Pirates.
He's 74.
He's 74. Okay, there you go. I figured he's 20 years older than me. He is also famous for, what you might not have ever seen, what he used to do during rain delays. You remember this.
Absolutely.
So he used to, I think the Tommy Lasorda one, and I don't want to get us legally in trouble, but he took towels and shoved them in and he acted like he was Tommy Lasorda, put on Tommy's uniform, and ran around the bases, sliding, and it was Rick Dempsey. He was like the first guy to do that,
Yeah,
I think.
he was.
And then Piazza did it years later.
Yeah.
But Rick Dempsey was the crazy. He's supposed to be like one of these funny guys. And by the way, if you're ever playing Immaculate Grid, Rick Dempsey is good because he played for catcher, played with the Orioles, the Dodgers. I think there's even Cleveland, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, he played with a bunch.
Yeah, he played with a bunch of teams, but
Brewers,
he was like a real character. So that was kind of cool to see him doing that.
If there's a baseball player that from our era of being a kid watching baseball, thinking of who would do something like that, he'd be one of them.
Rick Dempsey, to do that wasn't a shock.
No.
And he was, and by the way, you know what he was singing in his head? Barry Manilow songs.
My guess would be her name was Lola.
Yeah, there you go.
She was a show
Rich Ryan.
girl.
We're going to get him Barry Manilow tickets. That's what we're going to do. We're going to make you go to a show. If you lose a bet, you got to do that and show us the video of you doing what again? Oh, yeah, house call.
Yes.
All right. We can't show the Rick Dempsey thing. I'm sure you were Googling it. But
Yeah, I also did.
Yeah, don't worry. All right. Next up, we want to talk. Is this a Brooks Gate thing?
Yeah, so a stat from Brooks Gate. This was posted on Friday. So games where the opposing starting pitcher pitched at least 6+ innings and allowed 0 runs, the Phillies, through the weekend, still remain at 0. So
I love that. And by the way, immediately when
you
sent this to me and I read it, I went right to the top of the chart to see where the Pirates were.
Yeah. Going into Friday, they had done it 12 times.
Jesus.
And then they played
And who's
Colorado.
the two top teams that have been shut out the most?
The A's and the Rays.
Not a surprise there.
No, not exactly.
Although the A's are better than we thought. The Rays have I don't know what happened to the Rays.
Yeah.
They always had such a good organization. Everyone, they don't look. I've watched a game, but I was so bored by watching them. They're just boring.
There's, sometimes those sabermetrics don't always work out. And this may be one of those years where the stats don't, you follow the team. You guys still got to play the game. You got to throw the pitches. You got to hit the ball. You got to run the bases.
Yeah. JR from the ballpark, who I saw when I was there last week, trending notes. Cards have played 7 unders in a row. They're at Miami tonight. Cubs have played 9 unders in a row.
Yep.
They host the Giants tonight. So if you like to bet unders.
Well, on Sunday, the over-under in that Cubs-Cardinals game was 10.5.
Oh, my God.
I bet the under 10.5, I bet the under 9.5, and I bet the under 9. And I won all 3.
Wow.
Nice. Very smart. You didn't get middled real hard.
I was going to say you could have got middled
Yeah.
real hard.
Yeah.
And middled real hard?
And stop.
I thought you had it
Okay,
set up on a button.
so now we're going to move on.
Anne's too busy snacking over there. Middle of the show, she gets up. I'm like, ooh, she's doing something important. Just grabbing snacks.
Well, the employee dining room here isn't what it used to be. That's
go for it.
So moving to minor league baseball, the AA affiliate of the world champion Texas Rangers, the Rough Riders, the Frisco Rough Riders, had a in-game game where a kid was running to beat this
breakfast. Is that what it is?
This plate on the warning track.
It looks like a nice breakfast or a pancake meal, or it looks bacon on there. So look at, by the way, the stamina on this kid. Run, Forrest, run. So look at this.
Yeah.
So you don't know where it's at, right? When there's a padding, the kid's stride remains strong. So now look, he's ahead. Keep going, kid.
Way
it's coming
ahead.
up.
Yeah.
He's almost to the finish. So this kid has some stamina, man. Look at this.
Run, Forrest, run.
Exactly.
So it's
So he
gonna cut.
wins, and he's
Yeah.
like, all right, I want to do it again.
He goes, oh, no, I have to get back to the other side. Still beat it. Which is not how the race works.
And
no
he feels
one-
like running.
Look at him.
And yeah, I speed it up because it would take another minute.
And by the way, they're trying to play a minor league ball game by now at this point, right?
Yep.
Got Gary yelling in your ear, get off the field.
So he ran
Get the kid off the field.
foul pole to foul pole to foul pole.
Yeah, oh, wow. You could have been an oat milker by now.
I mean, I give it up to this kid. I love it.
Yeah, good job,
Mac,
little buddy.
you can stop running, Mac.
Good job, little buddy.
And then he disappears.
Yeah.
What kind of prize does he get? He gets breakfast. I don't know what he gets, but I love that clip.
It's like lox and bagels.
Yeah, it's awesome. Awesome. Little kid. Unbelievable.
So another thing that happened over the weekend, moving now to soccer, or football as it is in Europe.
Soccer.
So the Netherlands were going into a match against Poland, and their fans showed up on their way to
Amazing.
the stadium. I thought this was really fun.
This is like my shows down at the Jimmy Kimmel Show. Look at that.
Oh,
Look
that
at
was what it was like at the Kimmel shows.
when we were there,
was,
kids.
yeah, oh my God.
That's insane. But how rhythmic are they?
That's awesome.
Is that obviously something they've done this before?
Yeah.
Please tell me the Netherlands won the game.
They did. They ended up winning 2-1. They were down 1-0 or 1-0, and ended up scoring in the 20th minute, and then I think in the 80th minute.
Where is the World Cup again, or this Euro Cup?
This is.
It's in Europe.
Yeah.
Is it in Germany?
This one, yeah, that game was in
I'm
Germany.
going to say it's in Beijing, China.
No, that's unbelievable. There's been a lot of good fan videos with this Euro thing, and there was the one the other day. The Italian fans were playing, I think Finland, I don't know, and to get them, they were breaking spaghetti. They're like, "Oh no, don't break the spaghetti!"
Yeah.
It was very funny. Good stuff, Euro. I'm rooting for Italy and Germany. That's what I do because that's my background. I don't have any money on that. All right, next one, Ryan.
So now going from the Netherlands and Poland to France.
We're from France.
Kid that came over from France, Victor Wembanyama, won Rookie of the Year in the NBA this past year. And so Topps decided to give him a card that also glows in the dark.
Awesome. Awesome.
So there's that outline of him.
That's awesome.
Because he is the alien. Getting.
That's what they're calling him, the alien.
Yeah.
He's a freak.
And so, glows in the dark. And then these cards were getting randomly added to orders.
How many has Sean ordered already of that?
More than the Skeens card.
Yeah, has he? I mean, that's an awesome card. That would be good. That's not a 1 of 1, though.
No.
But we'll be seeing those in pack breaks
Sure,
soon.
we want to call him alien and not like undocumented or something. Like,
Probably
seems a little offensive to some people.
It's true. This is true. Keith brings up a good point. This is what he would be doing in the chat.
I would
he wasn't
absolutely
here.
be doing it in the chat.
JR points out the Rays lost their
live
shortstop
chat.
last season, and they find out what happened to their shortstop. Anyway, moving on.
Okay, I thought you were actually asking.
No, I'm not.
Okay. All right.
It's baseball. I'm covered on that.
He went to the Copa.
Yeah. This is something that you wanted to include. The Pittsburgh Steelers.
It's minicamp.
Something from minicamp.
Now look what they did. They made the players little kids. Come on, this is comedy right here.
That's
Camp,
cute.
but make it a mini. Look at the little baby. That's not TJ Watt, is it?
That's TJ Watt.
Is it TJ? It's George Pickens.
Patrick Queen, and then their punter.
And then the punter, who everyone's saying is a dead ringer for Bill Burr. He's a guy they got from the Texans, I believe. He looks like Bill Burr. But there he goes. Minicamp, mandatory. The cones even look huge next to him, or the little things they got to run around.
That's cute.
The Bears had done that last season, and I think the Cardinals had done it first because there was a big joke going around that they didn't change the size of Kyler Murray.
Right. By the way, I looked it up. 80 days till kickoff.
Yep.
September 5th, game. 80 days till NFL football. It seems a long way, but it'll go fast. It will go fast. All right, and we have one more?
So one final thing. Punchies in the chat, let us know your thoughts. So somebody tweeted, one drive to win it all in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
You cannot pick Montana, Brady, or Mahomes. Down by 4, 1 minute left. Any quarterback in NFL history to lead the game-winning drive, who are you taking?
Who wants to go first?
You go ahead. I know what you're gonna say.
Well, of course I'm going to say Ben Roethlisberger because he did it, and I was at that game.
Yes.
I was there in Tampa against Arizona. I watched the miracle drive, Santonio Holmes with the catch in the corner, which we couldn't see in my seats, which were better than Adam Sandler's over there. But anyway, Bradshaw, of course I thought Steelers first. If I could choose one of those three, I would take Montana. Never threw an interception in the Super Bowl. I'm just saying that, whereas Mahomes and Brady have. But Big Ben, you got to go way back. You got guys like Staubach you could maybe take. Is that who you were going to say?
The first thing when we were talking about this last night, there was the first name that came in. I said, "Oop, Roger Staubach right away." Only because when we were growing up, he was a guy whose team was never behind, so he didn't have the come from behind victories that Ben Roethlisberger had. He had teams with great defenses that were and it was a totally different game back then. But he was always when the chips were down, he was always running out of the pocket. He was always finding one of the Pearsons, and hitting them for a touchdown. It was amazing what that guy
back
did.
to Ben. Ben was going to do it against Green Bay too, but Rashard Mendenhall fumbled. I'll just point that out right now.
Green Bay, they don't have much to live for, so he gave him a freebie.
Jordy Nelson will still haunt me.
Yeah.
Ryan, who do you have in this scenario?
So I was looking at
Rex Grossman.
Definitely.
That was a joke. It's a bear. Jay Cutler. No.
It didn't even get to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, right.
So my picks was going to be one of the Manning brothers.
I was going to say, where's Peyton Manning? But
not
Eli
that one. Eli Manning.
He's done it.
Won a Super Bowl by doing this scenario twice.
Yes,
beating the undefeated Patriots in 2008. So the only team to win 18 games in a season. Well, 18-0 before the Super Bowl. And then in 2012, did it against those same Patriots to win 2 Super Bowls.
And making the schedule longer, it's going to make it the Dolphins the only undefeated team ever. I think Eli Manning is probably the pick. Plaxico Burress, Michigan State, ex-Steeler. Yeah. And I remember watching that, and of course I'm rooting for the Giants because I hate the Patriots. That was unbelievable. Yes, and?
I'd like to choose Brett Favre.
Brett Favre. It's a good one. Brett Favre would be good too. But he always took those chances where he chucked it up. Your odds of an interception are good. But I would tell, hey, look, I'm never going to say.
Yeah, Eli did it twice, and there's one I think that we're forgetting. If there's anyone older than us,
Bart Starr.
Johnny Unitas.
Johnny U. Yeah, that's another good one.
I mean, the greatest game of all time. He brought him down in 1958 or whatever, and then a couple Super Bowls himself. I mean, come on, guys.
That's a good one.
You got to watch Google it.
JR takes Burt Reynolds from the longest yard. JR. I'm giving JR a clap. That was a good one. Stop talking about Paul DeJong going to the Dodgers. All right. Who was your quarterback? Oh, Eli Manning. All right, good.
Yeah, Eli's a good pick.
All right, are we closing up the posts?
That was
Close
the
them
final.
up. See, the Monday headlines fit in there. It worked out perfect.
Yeah.
Hold on. It says Mookie Betts placed
Could've
on.
done
Oh,
it
I thought
separately.
maybe they said how long. Yeah, they put him on the IL. Big shocker. Unfortunate.
It's going to be at least 60.
All right, so we have some picks. We have a picture of Keith with his picks, actually, that Ann put together.
Oh, that was nice.
Caden did it. Sorry, Ann's snacking. I'm
Ooh.
sorry. There it is. Look at you
Oh,
there.
my wife will like that one.
Okay, well, that's that's like a headshot there, right?
Yeah.
There you go. So you
Oh,
like
what a
the
handsome man.
Rangers minus 120 versus the Mets.
Yep. And my for my 3-dog roundy, it'll be Pirates. And if this 3-dog roundy hits, we're getting closer to our 215 for you. That's what we're looking for. The 215.
I said it's there. Once we figure out. What did you say the odds are? 10-1.
Yeah. So if you parlay the three of them, so the Pirates minus a 1.5 plus 115 now. It was before. And then the Giants plus 104 in Chicago against the Cubbies, and then the Rockies hosting the Dodgers at plus 151.
That's one that worries me a little, but not.
If you parlay those three, it is 10-1.
All right.
And then if you do it as a round robin, and you do it as a $10 bet, you can win at most $326.
Unbelievable. All right, we got to talk about
bucks.
this.
You'll be
there
ending
you go.
up betting 70.
Ryan always still producing when he's not even talking. Ryan, the Skeens is 8.5 now for his strike. Excuse me.
Yeah.
It's the snacks are coming through me.
Yes.
Plus 128 for the over on. I don't know about 8.5 strikeouts. I hate the Reds, God.
The Reds also are one of the least strikeout teams in the league.
That's the other thing I know. Pirates, as we know, top 4. Seattle, probably still number 1, which is really strange.
Bookmakers are trying to get you to bet
I
that
know.
because it keeps
'Cause they're
hitting, and then you pound it, and then
And I'm
boom,
looking plus 128. Oh, my God. I
they
can
get it
plus money
all
on
back.
They know what they're doing here. Thank you, Keith Lyle, for coming in today on Monday.
pleasure. Thank you.
Always a pleasure having you here.
Pleasure's mine.
Always well prepared and always funny. I'm sure we'll see you in the chat tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
We'll be back tomorrow. Matt and Everett is here. We have Matt and Everett. Always fun on Tuesdays. It's a matinee, as we like to call them.
Actually,
Ryan,
6
any final
times.
thoughts there? Looks like you're looking at something.
Yeah, no, I was actually checking out the strikeout totals. I misspoke on the Reds. They're actually the 7th most strikeouts.
Oh, all right. I thought, okay. By the way, we won our parlay. We want to point out. We forgot to mention that me, you, and Alex all hit on Friday.
Yep.
So we gave out a parlay winner.
Oh,
We did.
you get the full clap for that.
I think it's our second one. We'll leave you on that high note. We'll see you tomorrow. Punchlines. Line stands for Live in Nevada. Every show.